What's up, Celtics fans? James Anderson here, bleeding green as always, and you won't believe the news that just dropped. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like to help the channel grow, because we're diving straight into this bombshell. The Garden is buzzing, and the trade deadline energy just brought a move nobody saw coming, completely shifting our course toward banner 8. On top of that, our biggest star is shattering historic records, but the vibe behind the scenes isn't all celebration. Is this new piece in the paint exactly what we needed to hold down the top spot while Tatum is out? The news that just exploded behind the scenes in the NBA caught everyone off guard, and I'll admit, I'm still processing how this hits our roster. The Boston Celtics have pulled the trigger on a massive trade. We're sending Anfernee Simons to the Chicago Bulls, and in return, we're bringing in veteran Nikola Vucevic and a second-round pick. If you've been following the rumors, you know the front office had been shutting down offers for Simons, especially given the heater he's been on lately. But Brad Stevens decided it was time to rebalance the squad. The big strategic question here is our front court. Even though our defensive rebounding has shown some life recently, we're still sitting in the bottom third of the league in that category, and the 35-year-old Vucevic is coming in to be the enforcer in the paint. He's putting up nearly 17 points a game, shooting 57% from inside the arc and nearly 38% from deep. That's huge because he's not just a big clogging up the lane, he's a floor-spacing center. Imagine the tactical look now. With Vucevic in the starting five, his pick-and-pop ability is going to open up lanes for Jaylen Brown and Derek White to attack the rim. His versatility allows Boston to run the offense through the high post, using his court vision to find cutters on a dime. But beyond the hardwood, this move was a masterclass in financial engineering. This trade saves $6 million in actual salary, which effectively slashes our luxury tax bill from nearly $40 million down to under $18 million. More than just saving the owners some cash, this puts us below the first apron, stripping away those brutal trade and buyout restrictions. It means we have the flexibility to be aggressive again before the deadline. And there's a technical detail almost everyone missed. By using the trade exception from the Kristaps Porzingis deal to absorb Vucevic, the Celtics just created a new $28 million exception that can be used this summer. This is a move by a team that wants to win right now while already prepping the ground for a superstar addition later. This level of aggression raises a lingering question in Boston about Jason Tatum's return. If we're moving a young scorer like Simons for a veteran big man, the logical read is that Tatum is very close to coming back, and the team needs a guy to do the dirty work and clear the way for his drives. It's a calculated risk, but it puts immense pressure on our new center to perform immediately, because this fan base won't settle for anything less than total glass dominance. But if you think that was the only twist shaking up TD Garden today, get ready, because what I have to tell you about Jaylen Brown is going to give you chills. The hype in Boston reached a whole new level with the official announcement that Jaylen Brown has been named the Eastern Conference Player of the Month for January 2026. Jaylen isn't just playing basketball, he's painting a historical masterpiece with absurd averages of nearly 30 points, 8 rebounds, and almost 5 assists per game. The season he's putting together is something few of us imagined in terms of pure consistency and absolute leadership. To give you an idea of the scale here, he's already recorded 26 games with at least 30 points this season. If he keeps up this frantic pace, he's going to shatter Jason Tatum's franchise record of 42 such games in a single season. He's already moved past legends like Sam Jones and Kevin McHale on the single-season 30-point game list, and currently sits 5th in Celtics history overall. We are witnessing Brown's definitive transformation into an alpha who can carry the franchise, and he has a real shot at his first career 2,000-point season, not to mention passing the great Dave Cowens on our organization's all-time scoring list later this year. But despite these video game numbers, there's a tension in the air coming directly from the man himself. Interestingly, Jaylen's January was statistically a bit of a step down from his dominant December, where he was snubbed for the award in favor of Jalen Brunson. That clearly left a wound that hasn't healed. Brown took to social media to vent his frustration with a level of honesty we rarely see from stars of this caliber. He made it clear that while he respects guys like Brunson and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, nobody played better than he did at the end of 2025. He publicly questioned the metrics and the criteria the NBA uses for these honors, since his dominance didn't result in the recognition he expected earlier. This me against the world mentality is fueling an internal fire that's dangerous for any opponent. But it also shines a spotlight on how the locker room will react to this individual quest for respect. While Luka Doncic was owning the West, Brown turned the East into his personal backyard in January, proving he's done being in anyone's shadow. The fans are split between celebrating the trophy and worrying if this intense focus on external critics is a distraction. Will this obsession with proving he's the best derail the collective focus on the ring? Or is this chip on his shoulder exactly what leads us to the title? The impact of Jaylen's mindset, combined with these new roster moves, creates a scenario where error is no longer an option in Boston. What we saw today completely changes the ceiling for the Celtics for the rest of the season. On one hand, we traded away young talent to bet on Vucevic's experience and size, searching for that perfect tactical and financial balance. On the other, we have Jaylen Brown playing at an MVP level, but clearly fed up with the lack of league-wide respect. This mix of strategic reinforcements and explosive motivation could be the championship recipe or a fuse for internal drama. What's your take? Was the trade the right move? Does Brown deserve more respect? Comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss a thing.